Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Different one. I always say that every week, don't I? Different one. Of course it's a different one. If it was the same one, it'd be more boring. And it's boring already. I'm here up in the attic of achievements where I have 2 weeks to reattach Senor Scully with a choice of heads for a bit of filming coming up in September. Now, while I'm doing this, in the last week or so, I had quite a lot of post, including this rather nice Monty Python inspired Finland t-shirt, which is awesome. Anyway, so I'll do this, you watch this. So, slightly different one. Let's do some unboxing. You may be wondering what's with the skid lid. Well, this is a genuine 1970s Joe Brown's mountain climbing helmet, mountaineering. Now, I know I live in Wales, but I don't often, oh yeah, I've had a haircut by the way. I don't often go mountain climbing. But why do I want a 1970s genuine mountain climbing helmet? Well, why do I want anything vintage and genuine? Something to do with sci-fi. In fact, I'm now working on a new costume to wear, something that 90% of people in conventions will not even know what it is. It's quite a simple costume, but because of the rarity, that's a word, of the items, it can be expensive. So I'm going to do whatever I can to be accurate. I'll cut some corners as usual because I'm a cowboy, and I'll do other things on a budget. But this is one of the starting points. It's the helmet. So what is the costume? The costume is this. It's a Federation trooper from the TV series Blake 7, which started in 1978 and ran to about 1981. These are basically, for all intents and purposes, stormtroopers, the bad guys. And their costumes are basically motorcycle overalls, leather gauntlets, the type that are worn on Star Wars costumes for like TIE fighter pilots, etc., X-Wing pilots. And the helmet, the base of the helmet is this Joe Brown's fiberglass mountain climbing helmet from the 70s. Now, they're not too hard to get hold of, but they can go up to prices of around £100. I managed to get this for less than half of that. But it needs lots of stuff on it. Gas mask down the front, plastic rings around the thing, and a coat of paint and everything, which is a shame to do for what is now becoming an antique, but it means nothing to me, and it means more to me as a sci-fi relic. But before I go into that anymore, I have post to open. I have 4 packages, in fact. So let's do some unboxing, eh? This, by the way, is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored. I'd like to be sponsored, so if anyone from Vessi is out there, give me some shoes. Oh, okay. Oh, here we are. Okay, might need a knife. Okay. Back to Blake 7. As I said earlier, the rest of the costume, the majority of the costume, is a black jumpsuit. Again, another vintage item. This is a lot thicker than I thought. This is basically motorcycle overalls for wet weather. Made by a company called Belstaff. So I've got the right brand. I've got the right style. Smells very old, but then again, it's from the 70s, and I'm from the 60s, and I smell very old and weird. So we've got a little Velcro collar, we've got the brass, or the bronzy brass things. Only one pocket on the chest, which is there. And as you'll see in the costume, that's going to be covered with a Federation logo. But this is in really good condition. Maybe it's not from the 70s. Maybe it's just a copy of one from the 70s. I know you can get similar stuff, but this is the type that the BBC used a lot of. I think I'm going to have to remove that, aren't I? Let's have a quick look at labels and stuff. This is a lot thicker than I thought. I thought this was going to be like, you know, your standard pack-a-mac, you know, shell suit material. This is a thick plastic, so it's currently pouring down rain outside, and this would work really well. So it's a one-piece jumpsuit. It's got legs connected to it. It's got a nice rubbery interior there. Big heavy-duty zip. This is clean. This is very good. Okay, there's a little bit of the inner sealant under the arms is coming away. Yeah, the glue is obviously not... It is quite old. I could glue that back, actually. I think I might. But that's to be expected, so I'm not worried about that. Anything else leaflet-wise? Ah, here we are. Right, it says here, a genuine Belstaff product made in England. This is small, Euro 44 to 46. It's called the Townmaster 90, according to that. That's it. I know it says small, and I'm not a small person, but I did check my measurements with the measurements quoted on this eBay auction, and I guess you want me to try it on, right? Let's try it on. Houston, we have a problem. Too tight. Hang on. As you can see, arms are the right length. Obviously, that's not helping, but it's still... It ain't gonna work. You'd think that would fit, wouldn't you? Bugger. I need to get a larger size, and like I said earlier, these are not easy to get hold of. Damn it, here's my chance of a screen accurate one, sorry, not screen used. Such is life with the cosplay business. Anyway, back to the dude on the chair. I'm fairly sure I know what this is. Gloves! Gloves. The joy and the pain of every costumer. They're either too big or too small. These are the leather gauntlets I was talking about. They're not exactly the same as the ones used for TIE fighter pilots or X-Wing pilots, but if they've sent me the right size, which I hope they have, they'll be fine for this costume. I usually like my gloves a little baggier than this, but they are fine. They're exactly right for my hands, rather than having extra long fingers and stuff. They're a little, you know, snug, but other than that, I mean, they're leather, they'll stretch and stuff. Luke, I find you like, yeah, these are good. These are good. These are going to be great, just right for the suit. So, helmet fits, gloves fits, and because I'm shooting this out of order, I'm not quite sure if the jumpsuit fits, but you'll see by the previous clip. Anyway, I know what this is. Fragile. It's from Fragile. This is a birthday present for someone, so I can't put it in this video. It's something I'd like to review, but I won't be able to make it public until end of September. So I will review it. I'm going to shoot a review after this video, and I'll save that for end of September. But it's, if you're a geek, you'll probably enjoy this. Right. That was fun. It's a very grey and boring day, and things have not been going too great recently. So having stuff in the post is quite nice. It's always nice to open up some stuff. Right. I think there's something else to go with this video. That'll be this. Alrighty, it's more unboxing again. Amazon turned up with 2 packages. This will be the first one. Like these are easy to undo. Mind you, they did say they'll arrive between 8 and 10 p.m. It's only 7 o'clock. The Amazon driver just knocked the door and ran away before I could even see who they were. Well done. Okay. Right, so very light. This I think, well, actually I know what this is, but I'm not sure what the next one is. It's not in the box or shape and size I thought. Anyway, ooh, right. This is plastic extrusion, vial extrusion, if you remember Bill Bailey. It's 10mm square, so it's basically square tube, 10mm square. How many pieces? 5. I'm hoping it's enough for what I need it for. Okay, I'll put a picture up here. As you can see, this stuff is used on the Liberator, the rifle for the Federation Trooper. There are 6 of them arranged in a curve like that around the top of the pipe. Anyway, so these are longer than I need. I was hoping, I mean, how long are these? Don't have my ruler. Hang on. As 7. Oh, I do have a ruler. Look, I do have a ruler. There's a little ruler on the end of my scalpel. Let's quickly check. 60. 60. 120. 180. 200 and just under 250. Now, I know they don't need to be as long as that. They're actually a little shorter. I'm hoping out of these 5 I can get 2 sets of 6. I mean, even if I cut these in half, I'd only have 10, wouldn't I? So that doesn't mean 12, does it? Might have to order some more. They're reasonably cheap though. They're the right size, they look good. And more importantly, they're not made of the, I've seen people made the rifles out of trunking for, you know, for cables that goes up on the wall and stuff. Unfortunately, the trunking stuff doesn't hold paint very well, but this is HIPS, high impact polystyrene. So basically it's the same as a model kit. So it basically takes primer and paint really well, and glue. So that makes life easier. Now let's go for the big box. You see? I, for the life of me, can't think what's in it. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone. This may be something that was, well, of course it's something. Maybe something that was held in customs. I had got that message saying it's been held in customs because it's come from the States. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Charge me a fortune extra now for some sort of freeing up. It is. Well, I haven't been charged extra for it. Oh, it's even more gorgeous than I thought. Yes, it's a Hot Toys of Me. No, look, behold the goodness. That is Maximilian from the Black Hole. I'll put a picture of Maximilian up here, maybe a little bit of footage or something. This is the Diamond Select Maximilian. I was going to buy, you may remember, not too long ago while I was making my Dalek, I bought the Reaction Figures Super 7 Vincent. And they do also do Maximilian and Bob. I may have to get Bob because, well, actually I haven't found Bob yet anywhere. It's very hard to get hold of. I was going to buy the Maximilian to match this, but then I did see this at a bargain price. And I'm telling you, these are getting rare. This is a big beast. Look at that, it's heavy. This thing is, what do we say? These were 250 millimeters. He's a little bit shorter. 200 millimeters tall. Now, if I wanted to be Mr. Collector Head, I'd keep this in the box and watch as it goes up and up in price. But sod it, right? I know I should have said this in the 70s with the Star Wars figures. Keep them in their boxes, they're worth more. I managed to get this for, goodness me, it was around 30 quid. These things are going for anything from 40 upwards to ridiculous prices, and I'm talking like 80, £100. So the more I think about it, the more I do want to keep it in this box. Obviously this is part of a set that you get Vincent, Bob and Max all together. This comes with a spare, try and get to see it now. Come on, a spare head and two spinny blade things to go on the end of his hands to simulate spinning blades. Does he come with a stand? Yes, he comes with a very big round base, and I'm assuming a piece of clear plastic to stand him on because he's supposed to float. This is really nicely made. There's a couple of, these are paint effects, the silver dots and stuff. But Maximilian is not scuffed in the film. He's actually in very good condition, but they've decided to give him a slightly silvery scuffed paint job. I mean, if you look at the product model, they've got even less. They've got a little bit there, and that's about it. You know, he's got very little damage on him. This one is quite spotty. So, like I said, the more I think about this, the more I want to keep this in the box, because look, I'm going back to square one. When I kick the bucket, I don't think anyone's going to come to my house and go, let's value all of his toys and work out if these are worth anything. Most of them will be thrown in the bin by people who should know better or know me better, and I need to bequeath them to someone who will value them. Unfortunately, everyone I know who I can bequeath them to is probably the same age as me, and who knows, they may go before me. Such is life when you're in your 50s. Yeah, it's a little bit scrunched. This would annoy collectors severely if it turned up, you know, smashed in a corner. But it did come from the States, and you know what? In light of the fact that I've just worked out that no one will care about my my beloved robot collection, I'm going to open it. Right, so what we have here is part of a base. It's only printed card, so it's not like it's amazing, but it's basically the Cygnus. Here's the base. The battery biscuit base. I'm all about that base. So we'll just pop that out. It's, I told you it was a huge base. This is like a 6-inch base, obviously, to like a giant satellite dish. There's the base. Now we've got the rod, which is not clear. It is a conical black plastic rod, which I guess goes in there like that. Okay. And a piece of flooring. But this is plastic or cardboard? The money you pay for these things should be diamond, hence diamond select, I suppose. Right, that's not going anywhere. I thought it opened up, but it doesn't. It seems to be stuck like that. So what? That slides in there like this. Yeah, very nice, but isn't... What? Where's that supposed to go? I think if you buy the Vincent and Bob, you get the rest of it. You get the flooring, and you get the something for this to go in as like a handrail. But this is not great on its own. You can't do much with it. I mean, all right, you put that on your shelf, and you could stand that up, I guess, against the wall. But even then, the figure's going to be up here. So that in itself is probably one of these incentives, like a builder figure, in order to for you to get the others, the Diamond Select Vincent and Bob. But I guarantee you, Vincent and Bob are going to set you back a pretty penny. And if you've been keeping up my social media, you'll know that I'm about to take a massive drop in my disposable income due to not qualifying for things like you know, universal credit, kind of low income, etc. So this may be my last toy purchase for a very long time. But like I said, at the price this came, it was too good not to have. I just noticed he comes with two electric lightning bolts like Palpatine style. He doesn't really electrocute anyone in the film, so I think I'd rather they oh man, all these twisty things. Okay, he's out the box. These things, by the way, these twisty things covered in plastic, are really good for model making and stuff. I always keep them, as much as they pain me. Okay, so what's going on here then? Well, he's got arms that, yeah, they do swivel. Okay, so these are just like kind of, I don't know what sort of arms they are. There's one out the back here. The one out the back has got nothing on it. I'm assuming that's for the electricity. But looking at his left arm, he's got the spinny blade arm. Ah, there's the spinny blade. So, yes, he's got a spare one of these. He's not missing a part. He's got one of these in the packaging that goes on that arm. And you turn it around again. Is that articulated? Ooh, he is, yeah. He's articulated. Are they all articulated? Yes, every one of them is articulated. I like it. I like it a lot. Thing is, you can't do all three at the same time because of the positioning. So he's got his little balance flaps there, aileron type things. And his... oh, this is a bit weird. They've given him a waist that turns. This never happens in the film. He is pretty much static. Only his head turns and his arms move about and these wobble up and down. He doesn't have a waist turn. But it's very hard to get his waist to turn because everything... oh, they've given him articulated legs as well. I mean, it makes sense. They seem to have joints. But again, this never happens in the film. So, and you know, 10 out of 10 for actually, you know, going for as much articulation as you can fit. But he literally doesn't need to do that because he doesn't do that in the film. Head turns, little translucent bit of plastic in there. Wonder if, no, there's no way you can light that up really unless you rip him apart. So can I pop his head off? Yeah, sealed unit basically. So the other, so what's the other head then? I think I know. Aha. The other head, I'm going to go into spoilers now. Is also tied on with bits of rubbish. Wow, this is tied on with bits of elastic. Okay. The other head, spoiler alert, is from the end of the movie. You can just about see someone's eyes in there. These are the eyes of his creator, Dr. Hans Reinhardt. Now, I would say that he doesn't actually get into here because there's no way a human being can fit in there. I mean, he's a big robot, but you're not going to fit in there unless you have some amputations. But in the film, you do see a pair of eyes in there, which are meant to be his creator's eyes, because it all gets very conceptual and very trippy at the end of the film. So I'm going to put the original head on because that's how he was meant. Let's pop him on the stand. Sorry about this. Oh, shoot you. So that's reasonably good. If that was clear, it would be a bit nicer, wouldn't it? Because of the whole floaty light. No, you're not going to go on there. That's a shame. So can I put his arms up in the air? Not really. They don't really stay. I mean, in the climax of the film, you do see his many arms up. in a menacing kind of victory salute. Ah well, I'll work him out. Like I say, he's got two of these electrical things which he uses to zap Vincent, but it's not really a Palpatine thing. So that's the Diamond Select Maximilian, which I have reduced in price greatly by taking out of the box. If you're a collector, bite me. Toys were meant to be played with. So yeah, you've got the extra spinny arms, you've got the spare hand bit, which I thought was missing, the extra spinny blades, and another one of those electrical things. Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely piece. I will have to compare him. I'll compare him in a second, actually, to my original Mego. Is it Mego or Tomy? I think it's Mego, the original Mego figure, and you will see how this one is vastly superior. Very good creature. Doesn't say a word in the film. If you haven't seen the black hole, it's strange. It's most people say, oh, is Disney trying to do their own version of Star Wars in 1979? But not really. The idea for the black hole was a sort of Poseidon adventure, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in space type movie that was written before Star Wars, but it was put on a shelf for a long time, and it was retooled when Star Wars was such a big hit that Disney said, we need a space film. So they put in some cute robots, cue Vincent and Bob, and made it a bit more of an adventure, but it is still quite dark and conceptual and weird. So there's the Diamond Select Maximilian. Yeah, very happy with that. I will get the Super 7 version as well, but this is the Supreme. This is the best one you can get to date. So yeah, very nice. Wow, that was a long video, wasn't it? Just for that. Oh, let's go and show you the Mego one. Okay, I'm back. I've got the Mego one. I think it's Mego. Doesn't say so. Look how tiny he is. Right. Here's the Diamond Select. The Mego one's the size of his arms, size of one of his arms. Now this one has obviously got no detail in the eyes. The paint detail you see here, all the dark lines on his chest and everything, I did that. Because he, as you can see, he's a lot darker and he's very weathered, and he's got the little black, black dustiness over him. So I did that with a bit of paint to make him look better, which also changed the price. So basically, the head turns on this guy. His arms swivel around, but they obviously don't articulate, and they're chrome. That was better. His little leg flaps do go up and down. This no articulation here, no twisting. But for 1979, and this is marked Walt Disney Productions 1979 on the back. Can you see that? Just about. I don't know if it will focus. Focus on Max, not me. Oh well. But detail-wise, he looks like Maximilian. So we shall compare all three when I get the Super 7 one in the post one day. So there's the little Mego one, or shall I say Mega, and there's the oh, how nice are they? Yeah. Okay. Promise you I'd do that. That will be it for now. That's a very long video for unboxing some stuff. Wasn't that fun? Well, I need to crack on with skeleton-based activities, and I shall see you hopefully next Tuesday. Take care now. Bye-bye then.